I have been doing LSD for 3 years now and I thought I could take it up to the next level. I had some money saved and wanted to purchase some gel tabs, which in my opinion were always stronger. It was Friday afternoon and I was getting a ride from my friend to his house. I popped all 8 in my mouth and let them melt. I was hanging at his house for about 15 minutes and we were discussing what we were going to do that night. We hung around for about 45 minutes listening to music and I had to go to the bathroom. As I opened the door, the inside of the room seemed to bend inward, as if being sucked by a vacuum. I knew that the LSD was taking effect. I was standing up to go pee, and as I watched the water it would lift up and little animal figures would appear out of my urine. I was fascinated by this and stood for about 10 minutes staring into the bowl. As I turned around for the door, it appeared as if a man was stuck in the door and his figure was inside. I reached for the door but my hand was some sort of crab claw. I could open and close the pincers as if they were my own. After much effort, I opened the door and walked out to what appeared to be a whole new dimension. I could not recognize anything around me. All the walls were mirrors, and each mirror had a different reflection of me. One I was a wasp, and the other a flower. I saw my friend sitting on the couch drinking a beer, and as he spoke the words were slow and garbled. I was extremely confused. He turned around and there was his melting face, totally unidentifiable. His eyes were near his chin and his mouth was up at his forehead with multicolored teeth. I wanted to sit down but I couldn't find the couch. All I saw was a woman laying down and rods coming from her chest which seemed to transform into the outline of a couch. I swung my arm in front of my face and the atmosphere appeared to be torn apart. All objects in front of me were dismembered and only a swirling blackness lay behind them. I could tell my friend was asking me something but I couldn't possibly try and comprehend any of his words. I couldn't even tell if it was him. I went back into the bathroom a little frightened and closed the door to wash my face. I was trying to think what was happening, but it was as if my mind was not being used, and I was thinking through someone else's head. As if I haven't used my brain before and I am just getting used to it. As I glanced up I noticed my face was covered in hair and my eyes had tiny arms coming out of them that were stretching towards the mirror. A vortex-like donut appeared in the center of the mirror and my face became extended outward and was sucked into the mirror. As I looked over into the vanity mirror I had no face. There was just a piece of skin and one bulging eye. I ran out the door and jumped onto the couch and laid with my eyes closed. I yelled out to my friend that I needed a nap but I didn't hear a response. It appeared there were millions of pot leaves in a kaleidoscope form, with colors I have never seen before covering every square inch of each leaf. I tried to close my eyes as tight as possible and the colors just got more intense. I could feel my heart beating like never before. With each beat there was a red glow around everything. I laid down and tried to dissect this amazing trip. Then I heard music, I opened my eyes and everything appeared normal. I saw a few more people just wandering around as if I wasn't there. I got up and walked around, feeling fine. I looked at the clock and realized it was 11:30. Although it was a short-lasted trip, it was one that I would not forget.